badass or boastful?
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Hello, and thank you for joining me for your daily dose of inspiration and positivity. Starting out with the quote of the day. Very simple today. If you want to change your life, change your life. Badassery seeks its own level. Ha! How about them apples, right? Of course, today is Monday. Grateful Monday. The day when I go through a few of my own things that I am grateful for from the past week to show you how easy it is to simply write down 3 to 5 things daily that you are grateful for from the past 24 hours. Some of the things I was grateful for this week. Got my toes done. It's always nice when you get your toes done, right? Oh, love that foot massage. I donated some money to Texas this week when they were going through their horrid power outage, sub-zero temperatures, and massive amounts of snow. It made me feel good. To help those that were in dire need. I had a Zoom book club. We were actually going to try to meet in person at our local Moose Lodge, where we can safely socially distance ourselves. But that was the day of a big old storm here. Speaking of the storm, I was very grateful that I was warm and safe inside during the major sleet storm that we had last week. And then once my neighbor realized that Joe was not coming home for the night because he decided to stay in Philadelphia close to work so he wouldn't have to travel in the snow and the sleet, she checked on me to make sure that that I knew that her and her husband were available for anything that I may need. So nice, so sweet, so generous. A couple of things I was grateful for last week. So I was laughing at myself because, as I mentioned, my husband spent the night in Philadelphia on Wednesday into Thursday. No. Thursday into Friday. Sorry. And he managed to get home early on Friday. So when he got home, I was still kind of lounging around, not really doing much. And he was not feeling that great. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm like, all right, go ahead, take a nap. When he got up, I had showered and changed, and I still looked exactly the same, though, as when he went to take a nap, because I put on just another pair of sweatpants and another sweatshirt and had my hair up in a bun. That is the only thing. I had taken my hair out of my low ponytail and put it up in a bun. And so that I had said to him when he got up, I goes, I just want you to know that I did shower. Do you notice? Can you tell that I showered? He goes, well, your hair is in a bun now. I said, I also have a different sweatshirt on. It is a sweatshirt indeed, but it is a different one. It doesn't look much different from the sweatshirt I had on before you took your nap, but it is indeed a different sweatshirt. These are things that conversations I would have never had before COVID. COVID has changed a lot in our lives, right? So I wanted to hear from you. How has your life changed? What do you do differently now that COVID has impacted all of our lives? Lauren says she wears her PJs all day. Ashley says, today I put on a completely different shirt. other than the same 7 shirts I've been wearing since November. Congratulations to you. Bravo. Kathy says, I have not put a lick of lipstick on since last March. I do use medicated chapstick before I go to bed, but that's all. Either I'm home or wearing a mask. That's the other thing, for people like me, I love lipstick. And she's right. When we're out now, we always have a mask on unless we're eating, and then you're just eating your lipstick right off. So that's kind of pointless too. But yeah, it's very sad for the people who are fans of lipstick like myself. Someday we'll get it back. Someday we will get it back. Lisa says, I bought leggings and sweatpants. The sweatpants are for leaving the house. It's been a crazy time. And Mary Ellen says, I haven't worn mascara since March of 20. No one knows this, but you and I, the husband, can't see very good. Good for you, Mary Ellen. Good for you. I won't tell your husband. I think that your secret is safe with all of us. So just a couple of funny things that have been different since COVID hit. On to the topic of the day today. They were talking about confidence. Yes, it's one of those words that we're like, I don't know about that one. Do I have any? Can I get me some? What does it look like? I put up a recent photo of myself. You've probably seen this a lot because I really, really like this photo. And trust me, I don't say that often. I was trying to look badass because, my shirt says badass on it. And not only do I think that came across, but I actually look thinner than I actually am. I don't know how that happened, but I'm grateful for it. But I know there are some people who will look at this picture and roll their eyes or think I'm being arrogant. And you know what? That's okay. I don't care. They can think that. I was feeling my badassery in the moment, and I'm not afraid to show it. But that leads me to one of the biggest problems us women have, being confident without appearing boastful or arrogant. Yes, this is a tough one. Studies have shown that women don't have the same confidence level as men. That is part of the reason why women are still so far behind when it comes to holding executive level jobs and why we still make so much less money. Did you know that women typically don't apply for a job if they don't meet 100% of the qualifications listed? I've done it myself many times. I look at a list of qualifications. I'm like, well, I don't have that, so I might as well just move on. Men typically apply for a position when they have 60% of the skills required. This is an area we need to learn from their example. I was on a job interview not that long ago, and I was asked how I would handle a bunch of situations. Now, one of them, I had no idea. So I told them I didn't really know, but I'm sure the training I would receive would help me figure that out. Guess what? Got a second interview. That told me it's okay to not know all the answers. It's okay to not know how to do everything. I believe that honesty is usually the best policy, but sometimes you can fake it until you make it because let's be honest, the best way to learn is by doing. And if you aren't a heart surgeon and people's lives aren't in your hands or people's money isn't in your hands, you can usually fly by the seat of your pants in a lot of instances. Now, women are held to different standards. This I know to be true. I have worked in a field dominated by men my whole career. I've always made less money. I've watched men get away with breaking rule after rule. And if I were to do one thing management didn't like, trust me, I was told about it. I have negotiated for starting salaries and been passed over without ever receiving a counteroffer. Studies have shown that companies expect men to counteroffer a starting salary. But for some reason, women who do the same are seen as selfish. I have experienced this firsthand. It's not fair, but unfortunately it is what it is. So what do? Well, we do what we feel is right for us without apology. If you think you are worth more than the salary being offered, fight for it. If it doesn't work out, then they wouldn't likely have appreciated your worth in the long run. Be yourself. Stick to your values. Let these people know from the beginning that you are no nonsense about what is important to you and you don't deal with BS. This will eliminate you from a number of jobs. But this is a place you are going to go every day for the bulk of your day. Don't set yourself up in a scenario that will make you miserable. Fight for your worth, and you will get respect when the right position is available. If not, start something on your own, like I did. I know it's not that easy. Everything is easier said than done. Everything is easier said than done. But, you have this one life. Make sure you make the most out of it. The other issue is how your confidence comes across. This is something I urge you to not worry about too much. Like I stated above, there are people who would think certain things about you because you have the audacity to be confident in who you are. One thing I have learned along the way is that people who do this, who judge you, are usually threatened by your self-assurance because they lack it in themselves. I have changed the way I communicate with the world and with myself. Most of my life, I have belittled my own success as to not come across as boastful or arrogant. I would often talk of how lucky I have been to have the jobs I've had, or where I get to live, or even the amazing husband I have. The truth is I worked for all those things, even my husband. I never settled and got over my pattern of dating assholes who treated me bad. My husband was the opposite of my type. He was a nice guy. And once I realized I was worth a nice guy, my dating life became very different. Don't get me wrong, I was lucky he picked me, but you know what? I picked him too. I've stopped saying that I'm lucky to live on the water at the Jersey Shore because that isn't even close to the truth. I have been working toward this dream for many years. My husband and I have made and continue to make sacrifices in order to live here. But it was our goal, and it's been worth everything we've had to go through to live here. And we love it. So when people talk about my view or the area I live in, I no longer say I am lucky. I say we try to never take it for granted, because that is the truth. You can always find a way to say something that is true but doesn't come across as boastful. But girl, I am not saying you shouldn't toot your own horn, because I think you absolutely should. The people who know who you truly are. And when you want to brag on yourself, do it. It's good for the soul. Pat yourself on the back. And don't worry what others think. Now, you know what? Men do this all the time. It is perfectly acceptable for them and even expected. But again, things are different for us. So find that fine line. But what if you don't feel confident? How do you get you some of that? There is a lot that goes into confidence, and there are many aspects to it. That is our focus for the rest of the week. So get ready to blow yourself away, you super confident badass. I'm coming for you. That's right. I'm coming for you. Oh, it is Monday already. A brand new week full of possibilities and opportunities. Get ready to get you some. And of course, be your badass self. I'm always here, cheering you on.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit Hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.
Badass, badass, badass.